whistles, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air and into a sea of red. We're underway in Kansas City. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two. Shy of the 30. First carry now for Kareem Hunt, and that one blown up quickly. As he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
3-yard loss on the play.
Let's go. Not going to happen today. All day.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You don't let that happen, guys. Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Cousins to his tight end, Rudolph, for a Viking first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry to Dalvin Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, we got 3.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. All day. All day.
Cousins to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really frequent combination.
Stand up.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Yeah, baby.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Where's the hot?
Cousins. Flushed out right. And they can't bring him down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A good pickup there, a 22. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Hey. We got 3.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Floating one, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Kansas City Chiefs coming back out onto the field here, and they were part of the game of the week for Week 6, right? I mean, no doubt that game against New England, 43-40. Now they lost, first loss of the season, but boy, that was fun to watch on Sunday night.
It certainly was. It's maybe the game of the year thus far, and we were all anticipating it, and they delivered. Patrick Mahomes looked
blitz coming, and down he goes. Everson Griffin in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
4 down. Here we go.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. And it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot. Following the interception, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So that throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch tight. Tight end's right.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Got some real estate inside the 30. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Coming tight. Even. 4 down. Even.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. That's caught at the 2. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ben Gideon coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Linval Joseph in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
4 down.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Sherrills to return it. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota ready to take back over the football here. And look back to week 6. They got the win over Arizona. They weren't perfect in that game by any stretch, but bottom line, they're back over 500 now. And an interesting nugget, they got their first rushing touchdown of the season.
And remember their head coach, Mike Zip.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Reggie Ragland coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Check. Wide. Check. 53's Mike.
From the gun, here's Cousins. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move.
Cousins now from the 50. Flush to his right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Hey, guys, I got 19.
A first down throw for Cousins. Rolling to his right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock down it away and bring up second down.
Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. D. Ford in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Check three, check three, check three. Kill.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong.
It got his man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
4 down, check.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Cousins on first down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Ron Parker there in on the coverage, and he knocked it away. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again, Cousins on second and 10. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Bailey got the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone.